Good morning. Good morning, Storytimers. It's me, Donna Vee, and I am so excited to be here today. Today is Sunday, December 27th. It is sunny and bright and beautiful outside today, and I am so excited because that means I get to go outside. Woo! I hope you all take the opportunity, if it's nice out by where you are, to get outside, get into the sunshine. I think my mouth didn't wake up yet. The sunshine. Get outside into the sunshine and maybe take a walk or a run or a hike. But I can just say this, on the east coast of New Jersey in Nutley, it is beautiful outside today. And I think I might be back at Demuro Park walking or running because I have to say it felt excellent to be outside yesterday. Some of us are celebrating a long weekend. I am so excited because, yeah, you know what? We talked about Kwanzaa at the letter K, and I know that is going on right now. So happy Kwanzaa if you were celebrating Kwanzaa. And, oh, you made it. Perfect, Ryan. Good morning. And I can say this, I am celebrating the fact that it is an extended weekend for me from work, and I am enjoying every moment of it. Yeah, I did laundry. I am cleaning. Doesn't that sound exciting? It is, because today I reward myself with football. 1 o'clock, the Jets are on. Good morning, Frank Simon. How are you? Happy Sunday. I can't believe it. It is so beautiful outside. It is bright. It is shiny. It is sunny. And it is definitely a day to get outside. As a matter of fact, I might go for a run right after the show just so that I don't procrastinate. So today's letter is the letter Y. And I have to say, I'm not really sure if we have any story timers with the name that starts with the letter Y. We don't. So you know what? Good morning, TJ. How are you? Is baby Lewis with you? Are you there with mom and the dogs? I wonder what's going on over there. I wonder how Santa was. And I wonder if your elf is gone. My elf is gone. I came back to story time after Christmas, and my elf is gone. My elf was replaced by a new character, this most beautiful unicorn. And I still have to figure out a name for my new unicorn. Oh, my goodness. Wait, let me just see who's here. Christine Grillon, good morning. And hello from Italy. How nice is that? Okay, so hi from Romeo, Rome, Italy, Pierre and Juliana. I'm going to add them to my list. Very nice. I love it. I love Italy. I visited years ago with my daughters, and it was beautiful. Let me put your names on my list. Okay. Well, it's such an exciting day. I hope everyone enjoyed their Christmas, because Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. Oh, no. Brian, you have no electricity at your house? Well, thank goodness your mom does. Oh, you're so Christine Grillon. You're too kind to me. You're adorable. Today, the Jets are on at 1 o'clock. Let's see if I keep the smile on. Okay, let's see. I want to spell the names correctly. So we have here and Juliana. Perfect. I will add them to the list. Oh, your elf's name is Jolly, and she brings Christmas spirit. I love that. Well, is that your elf's name, or that's what you're thinking I should name my unicorn? Because we were going to vote. I had her out here on Christmas morning because she kind of looks like Christine Grillon to me. I love that. And I don't know what to name her. So we got to think about it. I know we were thinking about something like Aurora, right? And I know that she's very unique. And I think that she helps celebrate everyone's differences, which is great. American rugby is called football. Says a lot about our culture. I think it's interesting that there's so many ways to say so many different things because it's fascinating to me. I have no idea, but I love learning, so that's great. And 8 o'clock, the other green team plays the Titans. Ooh, Tennessee is playing Green Bay. Woo! Oh, you think I should name my stuffed animal Jolly? I actually really like that name. That's a very cool name idea. Good morning, Mom. So we can keep voting because I'd like to get her named before New Year's Eve. How about that? Yeah. So Jolly is definitely in the running. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to write that down. We had Jolly. And then Jolly. I know Aurora was another one. And if anybody else has one, a name idea for our newest member of our family, this cute little unique unicorn with 3 little stars on her. She's got a light blue little unicorn horn and lavender corduroy hair. Oh, good morning, Christina. And you like Aurora? Oh, you know what, Dawn? Santa Claus. When Santa Claus took the elf that he left here to help me with story time during Christmas week, he replaced this beautiful little unicorn. When I went to reach to get my elf, that was there. You like Aurora? Okay, so I'm going to have to say a vote for Aurora. And then we have Lavender. I kind of like this interaction. Sparkles. All right, so we have Lavender, Sparkles. Oh, that's right, Monique, because she's unique. Starship. Mom, that is very Jefferson of you. Starship. Aurora means dawn? Baby Saturn. Okay. This is incredibly awesome. All right, Sparkles Star with 2 R's. All right. Good morning. How are you, Jim? He calls me Sunshine, but I think that's a nice name for to put in the running. Sunshine. Capricorn Unicorn. Oh my goodness. We're getting more names. Goodness. That's a lot of names. That's a lot of choices. Donna Jr., you're so cute. No, I don't want a name after me. That's very sweet. I like the name Saturn. Baby Saturn. Okay. All right. Well, Jolly, Star, Aurora, Lavender, Sparkles, Sunshine, Monique, Starship, Baby Saturn, Capricorn, Unicorn, Rainbow. All right. Those are so far all the names that we have that we're going to vote on this week. And we'll see. We'll put it up for a vote. And before New Year's Eve or by New Year's Day, we need to have a name for our newest member that Santa Claus left from the sleigh when he traded out our little helping elf. Okay, let's get to it. We have to realize that we have to keep our healthy habits up because it's almost the new year. Do you know that today is the 27th, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 4 sleeps until the year is almost over. What are we going to do? Wait, do we have Holly? I like that name too, Holly. Okay. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 choices. And I'll put them up. Look. Good morning, Ernest. How are you? Nice to see you. Happy Sunday. All right. So now we have all of our choices. I'm going to put them over aside because I don't want to get completely distracted. And I even have new names, Pierre and Giuliana from Italy. And I don't know, I lost my really good pen again. Oh, I found a good pen. All right, wait, let me just write this because the ink is smudging. And I don't want to not be able to read the names from Italy because that's amazing. All right, then we are definitely getting into our exercising. I love all this interaction this morning. This is wonderful. Giuliana from Italy. I love Rome, Italy. Rome was beautiful. I enjoyed Rome very much so. But I will say that I totally felt at home. And I felt like I was there one time before when I got onto one of the gondolas. And I was like, I think I've been here before. This is so cool. Yeah, that was amazing. All right. So now we shall start to exercise. Don't you think we should exercise a little bit? I do. Because I don't know about you, but I've been eating a lot of cookies. I did. That's why I went and ran yesterday and walked so that I could come home and have some more cookies. Biscuits, maybe they call them in other parts of the world. I don't really know, but all I could tell you is they were delicious. Yep, I did. And then I had some homemade manicotti, however you want to say. I don't want to insult the true Italians that are watching, but I could just tell you this. It was heaven. It was made by Zach's mom. Woo! She can cook like nobody's business. And mac and cheese. And then Courtney, my daughter, she made this really great breaded codfish. Oh my God. I am just so blessed. I'm so lucky. I can't cook. I mean, if I had to, I guess I could. I considered cooking yesterday, taking horseradish and ketchup, trying to make cocktails. And then it was burning like in the back of my nasal, whatever. Anyway, Sicily. I loved Sicily. It was amazing. We made masks and we saw the Burano glass factory. It was absolutely beautiful. So, and then we went to Lago Maggiore and we got to see the Swiss Alps and the Italian Alps. And I went to the Matterhorn and it was magical. Okay. All right. Here we go. Now let's create some other magic. Let's create the magic of exercise because it's so important to keep your body going. And we'd like to stretch and say out loud the alphabet. That's right. There's 26 letters. And you want to come to Nutley? I think you could come to Nutley. Oh, I do love making reservations. You could totally come to Nutley. We could be your host family. I'll be your host family. You can come to the Storytime room. That's where your family is from. It's from Sicily? I mean, yeah, Sicily. Oh, I didn't go to Sicily. What am I talking about? I was never in Sicily. That's not where I went to go on the gondolas. That's not Sicily, Donna. No. That's really nice. Okay. All right, I'm getting very distracted. I'm going to spray some rose water. This is good for focus and to cool me down. It's warm in here. Okay. That's because I just took the onesie I'm wearing out of the dryer. Smells so fresh. Do some laundry, guys. It's really good for your soul and your clothes. Here we go. Healthy habits. Woke up this morning filled with gratitude, right? It's sunny outside. Sunshine makes me happy all the time. Then I brush my teeth, put in my new pigtails. That's right. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. It was escaping me. Venice. Darius saves me again. I love her. All right. And then New Jersey is beautiful, believe it or not. It is. And then I woke up, like I said, in the most amazing mood. I put out some recycling. I did what I could to make my house feel better. Brushed my teeth to make my teeth feel better. And then I came over to Storytime. And I'm really excited to exercise. So 26 letters in the alphabet, 13 N is the middle, and M is the middle letter. So let's do some arm circles. Are you ready to warm up? Oh, goodness gracious. Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, middle, N, O, P, Q, R, S, switch, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Yes! I think I just heard the dog. I do. He's in the other room. He will not even show up for story time anymore. He's like, I've had it. I'm done with story time. There's too many books and not enough space for me. But you know what? It's okay. When he's ready to come back, he'll come back. It's fine. What are you going to do? Next, we practice the ASL alphabet. Are you so excited? Are you ready? I think it's amazing because we are just learning so much. Like you're learning, I'm learning. I'm learning that I need to really organize this every day. I go through the same thing where I say to myself, where is it? But you know what I said to myself today? It's right here. Because I just look a little bit harder. That's all. Let's practice with Tina the Deaf Dinosaur. Tina. I'm not really sure. All I know is today is all about you. Y is for you. That's right. And I will say this. There's not any one in particular name that starts with Y that's on my list as of right now. But I will tell you this. This is for all of you because I love you guys. And this is our first broadcast after Christmas. And let me tell you something. Santa Claus was really good to me because all I really want is peace and happiness and naps. And I got so many naps. But now we're going to learn. Are you ready? So here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Oh, good job, you guys. You're amazing. I love it. Now it's time for vitamin time. That's right. It's vitamin time. We have to practice more healthy habits. Healthy habits get you to the best place ever. That's right. Drink lots of water. Might as well do that now. Keeps you hydrated. Exactly. Oh, and I saw Frank Simon put my litter of text up, and I'm going to check it out. But let me see what Ryan, my producer, says. Yemen is the only country that starts with Y since the breakup of Yugoslavia. I'm sorry, I heard it was a messy breakup. I wonder who got the dog. Let's check it out. Where did it go? I saw the sentence. Ooh. Where did it go? It's so far up in the comments that I can't find it. I found it. Here we go. I must do that before I take my vitamins. All right, here we go. All right. Ivan Yankovic's young yellow yak yawned yodeling Yahoo yesterday. Ivan Yankovic's young yellow yak yawned yodeling Yahoo yesterday. Ivan Yankovic's young yellow yak yawned yodeling Yahoo yesterday. Ivan Yankovic's young yellow yak yawned yodeling Yahoo yesterday. One more time for fun. Ivan Yankovic's young yellow yak yawned yodeling Yahoo yesterday. Well, what do you think about that? That was pretty good. I love it. Oh, thank you. That's so true. You forgot your vitamins in New Jersey. How could you be DJing so many cool things without your vitamins? Oh my gosh. I need to listen to some of your music because I'm going to be walking today or running. And my favorite thing to do is listening to some music while I do that. So can you send me, is there a link on what you call it? Is it on Spotify? I want to listen to your stuff. So excited. I love little music when I'm walking. That's right. Barnacles. You may have this one. Thank you, Frank. You're the best. One day, you'll get it back. But today, I got it. All right. So let's take our vitamins. Okay. Today is going to be the second day that we are going to try out our new book that Santa left for us called The Complete Notes from the Universe, another book by author Mike Dooley. Dawn, are you still there? I wonder if my friend Dawn is there. Dawn's my other half that I do my beauty quarantine with. She is my very good friend, and I love her. And, Christine says it's one of each day. Check it out. Look at this. I should have a line in Vegas. You're right. One of each. Right here. Let me see. I need somebody to help me pick a page. Or maybe I should pick at random. I don't really know. This book is humongo. Look at this. I have no idea. I'm going to just pick a page at random. Maybe we should start from the beginning. That's what we'll do. All right, I'm going to do that. Let's see. Random, right? You think a random one? All right, I'll pick a random page. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. It is a one of each day. You guys are geniuses. We've got people from like the US. We have people from Ireland. Saying it? Snap. All right, so I'm going to do random. All right, so on the count of 3, maybe you guys could send me a page in your mind. All right? 1, 2. She says, money. 3. Magic. Okay, I'm just going to pick a page at random. I love random because it's never really random. That is some tart vitamin. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's go here. Brace yourself, it says. 356. It's time for more good news. Wait, it's time for more good news, bad news. The good news is that life is just an illusion. I'm telling you. A playground of sorts for spiritual adventures to learn of their divinity, where absolutely anything can happen. Thoughts become things and dreams do come true. It's like the ultimate test pilot's paradise, where they can crash and burn and do it again. Soar and learn, rise and fall, conquer and stall, or just fly in circles, sometimes on purpose, sometimes not. All while lifting the entire universe, every imaginable form of consciousness, higher into the light for their tears and laughter bought lessons. The bad news? You're the test pilot, our hero and ace, the universe. Ha! Bad news. You're an unlimited being of light, loved and adored without beginning or end, invincible, unlimited, almighty. Bad news? I don't think so. This is definitely an interesting new book to read from. And it's different. And I have to get used to it because I'm used to our little nuggets of truth. So I'm not sure. I have the jury's still out. I have to be honest. I have to think about it. I do love this book, very much so. I get notes from the universe from author Mike Dooley. And if you don't, you could sign up for them. It's very simple. There's a site. You just actually Google notes from the universe. You get it in your email. And I will tell you, you fill out a couple of things about yourself and you get these personalized notes. And they are so amazing, so compelling. And they're very, they're just really good for uplifting yourself. Or they uplift you. Yeah. But they're so cool because when you fill out this form and you tell them a little bit about yourself, they're really directed to you. Yeah, it is a massive book. And I think I'm going to have to go back to my little book for my nuggets of truth because I love this. And I know Santa Claus knows I love this. But for everyone here, I think I'm going to read this on my own, and this is what I'll share because this to me is good for all age groups. Yeah. And since this is a little family show, I think that's what I'm going to do. Hello, good morning. How are you? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's very sweet. I love your picture. It's adorable. Love it. Okay. Now we have practiced our alphabet and stretched. We have recited the ASL alphabet. Then we took our vitamin. We talked about those healthy habits. we use a book in front of our face so we don't chew with our mouth open or talk with our mouth full, because those are bad habits to get into and they're just really not nice. So we want to practice our please, our thank you, our good manners. It's so important. And what else? Water, vitamin. That's right. Now it's time that we send love and light from me to you and you to me and to everyone around the world. Who should it be today? I think today it's going to be Lammy. I do. I think Lammy is the perfect little social distancing buddy to deliver a lot of good news and a lot of love and a lot of light. And I know Lammy is a fan favorite here. Look at how cute she is. She's so sparkly and pink. I mean, come on. How could you not love Lammy? So I think that today we should send love and light and laughter and joy to those who need a little pick-me-up. Maybe they're going through something, or maybe they just need a little extra love and light. Oh, Ryan, you're so cute. He says she's got beautiful hooves. She does. They're sparkly and pink. They match the insides of her ears. So I will say that today we should send love and light from me to you and you to me, because we have to remain hopeful, because hope is on the horizon. I mean, it's almost the end of the year, and look at what we've made it through. We've made it through so much, and we've been through so much, and together we can do whatever, right? You like the eyes, Daryl? I know. Her eyes are beautiful. They're very sparkly. I just think she's the sweetest little, cutest little thing, right? I don't know. So if you have someone that you want to send love and light to, you could totally write her in the comments or him in the comments. But you know what we like to do? We like to take whoever it is that we're thinking about and put them in our head, put them then down in our heart, and then send a beam of light back and forth through the universe so that we can get all of our love and our prayers and our peace and our kindness out to one another. Because today, it's so easy. Together, we can elevate the vibration of the nation. Oh, you like my eyes, Daryl? Thank you. That's very nice. They're not as pink and sparkly. Well, that would be weird if my eyes were pink. Might have to go to the doctor. But you know what? I appreciate it. That's very nice. Thank you very much. But together, we can change the world. I do believe it. With positive energy, I think we could do a lot. Yeah. Okay, so are you ready? On the count of 3, put whoever it is that you're thinking about right here, then put them right here and send a beam of light from me to you and you to me. And at that moment, you will feel the energy that we get to exchange. Yeah. So to all my relatives, all my friends, all my family, I love you. And I know that we can't spend the holidays together like we'd like to, but next year, well, just watch out. It is going to be magical, even more magical than this year. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. That was amazing. Did you feel that? I get like all warm and fuzzy in my heart. I think that's awesome. You're so sweet. I don't want to get lipstick on you. Oh my goodness. Do you even know how nice it is that we get to do that and share that with each other? You know how many people have no one to share that with? I know. So we should consider ourselves very lucky. And the fact that we want to offer it up and share it with anyone and everyone is really amazing. But if you have someone special, it's right there and right there. Whew, man, you've got it all. Okay, now we have to say our I am statements because we are so close to reading our books. And today I'm so excited about these books. I really am. Okay, we are going to extend Christmas by another day of stories. Here we go. I am super-de-duper excited. I am super-de-duper lucky. I am totally excited. I am turtly-wordly content. feeling very silly today. All right. Are you ready for some stories? If I were a penguin, I'd be like totally my foot right now. Why? You, me, you. Together, even though I know there's a computer in between us, but doesn't it feel like sometimes we're just like in the same room? I think so. It's pretty awesome. I wish that you guys would help me clean the room though. Just kidding. The first story we're going to read today, we read, let me see, where did it go? We read a little bit about this family last week. I think I put the book away. And it was about winter in the big house, in the big woods. And now this is Christmas in the big woods. I mean, how awesome is that? We get to see how this family is doing. Baby Louis is here. Hello, baby Louis. So cute. I hope you enjoyed Christmas. Wait a second. You were 5 months old. So you were here for Christmas last year. So is this your second Christmas? But this is your first Christmas as a bigger boy. Okay. Well, I'm so excited that you're here for story time, baby Louis. Here we go. Christmas in the Big Woods. My first Little House books. Whoa. Can you imagine? That's a lot of snow. Once upon a time, a little girl named Laura lived in the big woods of Wisconsin in a little house made of logs. There she is. You see her? Laura lived in the little house with her pa, her ma, her big sister Mary, her little sister Carrie, and their good old bulldog, Jack. Christmas was coming, and the little house was covered with snow. When Pa came in from shoveling, he caught Laura up in a big bear hug against his cold winter coat. His mustache was covered with melting snowflakes. Aw. Ma was busy all day long cooking good things for Christmas. She baked bread and apple pies and filled a big jar with cookies. Laura and Mary got to lick the spoon. I think the baby's napping in the cradle. Pa and Ma showed Laura and Mary how to make molasses candy by pouring hot sugar and molasses syrup into pans of snow. The syrup hardened at once and turned into candy. Laura and Mary could eat one piece each, but the rest was saved for Christmas Day. That is so cool. Now I wish there were more snow here. Next time it snows, I'm going to try that. The day before Christmas, Aunt Eliza, Uncle Peter, and cousins Peter, Alice, and Ella came to visit. Laura and Mary heard sleigh bells ringing, and then a big bobsled came out of the woods. Aunt Eliza, Uncle Peter, and the cousins were inside, covered up with blankets. Look at that. Can you imagine? That's how everybody used to get places, by horse-drawn carriages. You could still see people do that in the Amish country. When everyone came inside, the little house was filled to the seams. Jack ran around in circles, barking happily. Now there were lots of children to play with. Look at that. Laura and Mary and the cousins put on their warm coats and mittens and scarves and went outside to make pictures in the soft, deep snow. That looks like so much fun. They played so hard that when night came, they were too excited to sleep. But they knew they must, or Santa Claus would not come. So they hung their stockings by the fireplace, put on their red flannel nightgowns, and went to bed. Doesn't that look cozy? I could live in a log cabin. In the morning, they all woke up almost at the same moment and ran to see what was in their stockings. In every stocking was a pair of bright red mittens and a stick of red and white striped peppermint candy, like the ones on my pajamas. They were so happy they could hardly speak. Aw, so sweet. Gratitude could totally be overwhelming. But Laura was the happiest of all. In her stocking was a beautiful rag doll with black button eyes and a pink and blue calico dress. Laura named her doll Charlotte, and she let all the other children hold her. Look. For Christmas breakfast, Mom made each child a pancake man. All the children held their plates next to the stove and watched while Mom made the pancake men one by one out of pancake batter. Peter ate his right up, but the girls ate theirs slowly to make them last. See that? It looks like a gingerbread man, but made out of pancake. Yum! It was too cold to go outside, so the children played quietly inside. They ate their candy, admired their mittens, and looked at the pictures in Pa's big green book until it was time for the cousins to go home. Laura held Charlotte in her arms the whole time. That's so sweet. At last, Aunt Eliza, Uncle Peter, and the cousins bundled up in their coats and blankets and got into the bobsled. Goodbye, they called, and off they went into the woods. In a little while, the happy sound of sleigh bells was gone, and Christmas was over. But what a happy Christmas it had been. Sleigh bells like these. That's what it sounded like when they drove away. Oh, I thought I had a visitor. Oh, look at that. Christmas in the big woods. That was a nice story. Such a simple story. Right? Yogi, hi. Come here, bud. Come here. Come on. Come say good morning. Come on. Show everybody how cute you look. Come here. Please, buddy. Come on up. Come here. I love you. Oh, look at how cute he is in his little t-shirt. He's got a little unicorn shirt on. Oh, it looks just like the other unicorn. Aw. What are you doing? Say good morning. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. What's the matter? You look tired? You want to go in the corner? Look at Christina's here. She says, Yogi. I can't read that, but just in case you can. I mean, magic could happen. Look, Ryan says hi. Yeah. Oh, he's like a baby. He really is like my little baby. Oh, and he's like a cranky baby. Okay. That's him. He did that. He's magical. He's a DJ. Yeah. Madeline and Annabelle said hi. He says hi. Look. It's gonna take a minute. Got it? You like that spot? Okay, here we go. And then there's that. My poor little pup. We're gonna send him some love and light because we gotta make sure that he feels better. Okay, are you ready? we are going to read the next book, and I think the next book will be The Year Without a Santa Claus by Phyllis McGinley, illustrated by John Manders. What do you think? I think so. I found this in the pile, and I was like, this should be interesting. I don't think I've ever read this book before. The Year Without a Santa Claus. They look so confused. I didn't want to read it before Christmas because I didn't want anyone to worry. So I waited till after Christmas so that this way Santa Claus already came so you knew it's just a book. Yeah, I think that much about stuff. Have you been told, did you ever hear of the curious, furious, fidgety year when Santa Claus unhitched his sleigh and vowed he was taking a holiday? How did it happen? This way. It was long ago, before you were living. Not yet Christmas, but past Thanksgiving. Though I can't give you the very date. Santa got up that morning late, pulled on one boot, then its twin, ruffled the whiskers on his chin, and sat back down on the side of the bed. Great North Star, but I'm tired, he said. Painting wagons, red and bright, sharpening ice skates half the night, wrapping presents in ribbons and gauze, has worn me weary, said Santa Claus. Crick in my back, cold in my nose, aches in my fingers and all 10 toes, and a sort of kind of a kink inside whenever I think of that Christmas ride. Thank you, Ryan. It is true. Time off is good for the voice. Into his workroom limped the saint. He sniffed the varnish and smelled the paint. And a reeling feeling came over him, stealing to see things crammed from floor to ceiling. Rocking horses with shaggy manes, balls, dolls, electric trains, gloves, mitts, doctor's kits, rubber boots, cowboy suits, kites for flying in parks, bicycles, Noah's Ark. And he started to shake and he started to shiver at the thought of the load he must soon deliver. It's a lot of pressure on Santa. And he sighed, oh dear, as he buttoned his vest. I wish one year I could take a rest. When the words were out, he stood stock still, and then he whispered, I think I will. I will, he cried, with his eyes ablaze. Everyone else gets holidays. Sailors and tailors and cooks do. Policemen and writers of books do. Tamers of lions and leopards. Preachers and teachers and shepherds. Watchmen, Scotchmen. Spaniards, Turks, butchers and bakers and grocery clerks. They take time off as Christmas nears, all except me. So it appears that saint or not, it's time I got my first vacation in 1,000 years. Out in the stable, nuzzling hay, the reindeer dreamed of Christmas Day. But Santa phoned to the reindeer groom, hang up their harness in the big storeroom. See? It looks just like my phone, the one sent from the North Pole. I told you, it's a Santa phone. But Christmas is over. I can't get a signal. Not till next year. He called to his elves. He told each gnome, cover up the shelves. We're staying home. What? Cover the shelves? Cried the gnomes and the elves. Cover the dolls and the electric trains and the rocking horses with shaggy manes and the rubber boots for splashing in parks and the cowboy suits and the Noah's Arks. Alas, alack, for they couldn't believe he wouldn't go riding on Christmas Eve. What? Put him away, roared Santa. Vexed, this year's presents will do for next. Warn the people, tell the papers, I am much too tired for Christmas capers. Crick in my back, cold that lingers, aches in my toes, and all 10 fingers. A bit of lumbago, touch of the gout, climbing down chimneys is simply out. I may be the saint of the children's nation, but this is the first year of my first vacation. Whoa. Holy cowabunga. Well, you can imagine, more or less, what happened when that news reached the press. Headlines screamed, wires were humming. Santa says, too tired, not coming. What? And as the word flashed far and wide, you should have heard how the children cried. So violently they sobbed their griefs, the shops ran out of handkerchiefs. Their tears filled up the kitchen sinks and cellars and empty skating rinks. They wept in school, at play they wept. They dampened their pillows while they slept. Before those darlings' eyes got drier, all the rivers rose 3 feet higher. And I don't know what would have happened quite except for the Ignatius Thistlewhite. He wept in school. I don't know what would have happened quite except for Ignatius Thistlewhite. Okay. Man, they are sobbing. Ignatius Thistlewhite was a boy in Texas, or was it Illinois? 6 years old, but brave for his years. He sobbed no sobs, and he wept no tears, but stood up tall in class to say, Santa deserves a holiday. Say what? No, 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 came the children's plaint. What is Christmas without our saint? Shucks, now fellows, gosh, good gracious, Christmas is Christmas, cried Ignatius, and everyone tells me, whom I've met, it's a day to give as well to get. Since all these years in the children's cause, Santa's been giving without one pause. Let's pull together in the Christmas weather and give this year to Santa Claus. Hooray, his classmates said. He's right. 3 cheers for Ignatius Thistlewhite. Fast as a hurricane, children hurled that happy message around the world, over each continent, isle, and isthmus. Let's give Santa a Merry Christmas. With snow, the earth was already whitening, but they rolled up their sleeves and worked like lightning. They opened their piggy banks, racked their brains. They chartered buses and special trains and ships and sledges and hydroplanes to reach the pole by the 24th was all their goal. East, south, west, north came gifts and gifts and gifts to spare from clever children everywhere. Slippers with zippers to zip on, soap for his bath or to slip on. Geraniums pink in a pot, one guppy, a puppy named Spot. Balsam pillows, strawberry jam, dressing gowns with his monogram. 10 harmonicas for him to play on. Hand-painted pictures done in crayon. Mufflers, pipes, an easy chair, and lots of winter underwear. In New York State, a boy called Pudge cooked him a plate of homemade fudge. Look at that. They're all loading up a truck. And little girl guides of Britain each made him a scarlet mitten, while a boy in Siam sent a Siamese kitten. They send him lemon drops by the carton, ashtrays molded in kindergarten, jackknives, pen wipers, cakes and crullers, and magic pencils that wrote 3 colors. Tots, who hadn't had a penny to spend, wrote him letters signed, a friend. And they had more fun that strange December, they said, than any they could remember. Because it feels so good to give. Up at the pole in the fragrant hay, the idle reindeer dreamed at play. Comet nickered for oats and corn. Dancer brandished his velvet horn, while sadly, sorrowly lounged at home each idle elf and gnome. Santa sat poking the fire and blinking, but nobody knew what he was thinking. And suddenly, from the sky there came the sound of planes. He heard the hoot and the cry of ships and special trains. Noel! Tootled the sledges, honk, the buses cried, and out of his study window Santa put his head. He looked to the left, he stared to the right, he didn't trust his own eyesight. So many, so merry, so more and more packages were rolling to his front door. Smack at his doorsill, they thundered, 1,000,000, 1,000, 100. Flat ones and fat ones and lean ones, crimson and silver and green ones, broad ones, odd ones, plain, romantic ones, little and big, and great gigantic ones. Parcels from London, Rome, Atlanta, and each one addressed alike to Santa. See that? Look at Santa. He's not used to being on the receiving end. Atop them all a banner glinted, where Ignatius Thistlewhite had printed these words: "Good luck and holiday mirth from all the children upon the earth." Look at that. Isn't it brilliant? With toots and hoots and honks light-hearted, the buses turned and the trains departed, leaving the saint surrounded by parcels piled to the polar sky. Santa was silent for a minute. His eye looked bright, but a tear stood in it. Then he blew his nose like a trumpet blast. "God bless my soul," he said at last. "By the big Borealis, by my maps and charts, I didn't know children had such kind hearts. How could a man feel gladder, prouder?" He turned to his staff, and his voice got louder. "Gnomes, elves, every mother's son, don't stand staring. There's work to be done. Bring in the barrels, fetch in the boxes, carry in those packages, and don't break one." Where to put them? There wasn't space, in parlor or study or any place. The overflow bureau, couch, and table filled the house, the sheds, the stable, slid from mantels, jammed in casement, bulged from attic, and burst from basement. "There's nothing to do," exclaimed the elves, "except to empty some workshop shelves." Oh! Off those shelves then Santa's forces whisked the painted rocking horses. When the presents wouldn't fit, down came kite and doctor's kit. Still there wasn't room for all, so away went basketball, cowboy suit, rubber boot, bicycle, and talking doll, till by the time that twilight reigned, not a single toy on the shelves remained. All were sacked and packed away. In the one place left, the Christmas sleigh. Then Santa gazed from floor to rafter and gave his mightiest shout of laughter. Laughed loud ho-hos, laughed vast ha-has. What a joke, he chortled, on Santa Claus. You might as well phone the reindeer groom to take down the harness in the big storeroom. Get me my gloves, the robe for my lap, and my coat and my warmest stocking cap. There sits the sleigh with toys inside. So what can I do tonight but ride? What about your gout? The gnomes cried out. What about your aches and the crick in your spine? Pooh, laughed Santa. My back feels fine. Never felt younger, never felt stronger. Haven't got a symptom any longer. And before the midnight bells go chiming, I'd like to do some chimney climbing. So harness the reindeer, let 'em rip. It's time to begin my favorite trip. Yay! Flurry and scurry and chatter and hurry, they brought him his cap and his lap robe furry. They roused up Cupid, they rubbed down Vixen, They polished the bells on Donner and Blitzen. There were cheers from gnomes, from elves, and applause. Then off through the night flew Santa Claus. I love it. And I've heard the old people often say, there never was such a Christmas day, never such joy after Santa twirled from rooftop to rooftop around the world, while at the home of a sleepy boy in Texas, or was it Illinois? A special letter was left that night addressed to Ignatius Thistlewhite. It was clipped to the handlebars like a medal of the best two-wheeler a boy could pedal. Dear Sir, was written in Santa's hand. Please thank the children in every land. Tell them I'll take good care, I hope, of the guppy and the puppy and the slippery soap. I like my pipes. I love my chair. I do appreciate the underwear. And I pledge this promise on my sled and pack. Year after year, I'll be coming back. Vacations, I guess, weren't meant for me. I'll never want another one. Yours, S.C. I love it. And that's one reason you may believe why children are merry on Christmas Eve. You know yourself as you hang your stocking. It doesn't matter if the winds are knocking. Though the storm falls heavy, though the great gale roars, though nobody else would budge outdoors, snug in your bed while the tempest drums, you can count your blessings on fingers and thumbs. For yearly, newly, faithfully, truly, somehow Santa Claus always comes. What a great book! I love that book. I've never read that before. That's an amazing story. A Year Without a Santa Claus is going in my personal library. I'll have to read that again next year. Okay, last but not least, our third story of the day. I saved this one for the end. It's called A Charlie Brown Christmas. This is a classic by Charles M. Schulz. I hope you can stick around. I know that we normally just go an hour, but we have a little bit more to go today, and I can't not do the third story. Okay, and I love Snoopy. Such a cute little dog. Snowflakes floated in the crisp pine-scented air. The wind carried the joyful sounds of jingling bells, Christmas carols, and people wishing one another happy holidays. The greatest time of the year was finally here, whipping across a frozen pond. The Peanuts gang was happy as well. Children at Christmas time, all except good old Charlie Brown. I think there's something wrong with me, Charlie Brown told Linus. I just don't understand Christmas. I like getting presents, sending cards, decorating Christmas trees, and all that, but I always end up feeling sad. Linus sighed. You're the only person I know who could turn a wonderful season like Christmas into a problem. Maybe Lucy's right. Of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you are the Charlie Browniest. Ugh. You've read this before, TJ? Well, I hope I do just as good of a job as you. Charlie Brown felt even sadder when he opened his empty mailbox. Rats! Nobody sent me a Christmas card today. I know nobody likes me, but why does the holiday season always have to rub it in? I'm waiting for a letter. Charlie Brown felt so depressed, he decided to see his psychiatrist, Lucy. He dropped the nickel in her can and sighed. I just don't understand Christmas. Instead of feeling happy, I feel sort of let down. You need to get involved, Lucy exclaimed. She knew just how to get her patient into the Christmas spirit. How would you like to direct our Christmas play? I'll meet you at the theater. Charlie Brown decided to give it a try. After all, things couldn't get much worse. On his way to the theater, Charlie Brown passed his dog. Snoopy was decorating his doghouse with heaps of shiny ornaments. "What's going on here?" Charlie Brown asked. Snoopy showed him a flyer. "Find the true meaning of Christmas. Win money, money, money. Enter the Christmas lights and display contest." "My own dog has gone commercial," Charlie Brown wailed. "I can't stand it." He was sick of all the greedy buying and selling that had become Christmas. "Arg!" I added that myself because that's sometimes how it makes me feel. Helping his little sister Sally write a letter to Santa only made Charlie Brown feel worse. "I have been extra good this year, so enclosed is an extra long list of things I want," Sally began. "Good grief!" Charlie Brown's stomach hurt. What happened to giving and sharing? "Or perhaps you should just send money," Sally concluded. "I would prefer 10s and 20s. Ugh! But Charlie Brown did not have time to lecture Sally about the meaning of Christmas. He had a show to direct. He hurried to the theater. "Let's get down to work," Charlie Brown told the cast. "It's the spirit of the actors that counts, the interest they show in their director. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right?" I said, "Am I right?" But nobody was listening. They were all dancing to Schroeder's bouncy piano music. "Stop the music," Charlie Brown shouted. Then he told Lucy to hand out the scripts and costumes. "Do innkeepers' wives have naturally curly hair?" Frida wondered. Pigpen promised to keep a clean inn. Sherman complained, "Every year I play a shepherd." Remember how they danced? They just moved their heads like they're like, it's so funny. Okay. Snoopy agreed to be all the animals, even some that weren't in the play. Lucy came up with 5 good reasons for Linus to learn his lines and get rid of that stupid blanket. But Linus found a way to keep his blanket in the show. The rehearsal went about as well as one of Charlie Brown's baseball games. Frida worried that Pigpen's dust was ruining her curls. Lucy called for a lunch break, and Linus hid under his blanket. And instead of listening to the director, everyone danced to Schroeder's jazz. Frustrated, Charlie Brown finally cried out, "That does it!" Lucy stopped snapping her fingers and asked, "What's the matter, Charlie Brown?" "This Christmas play is all wrong," he wailed. Lucy tried to calm him. "Let's face it, we all know Christmas is just a racket to set up to make people buy lots of stuff they don't need." Charlie Brown shook his head. "This is one play that won't be like that. We need the proper mood. What we need is a Christmas tree." "That's it, Charlie Brown. We need a great big shiny aluminum tree," Lucy exclaimed. "You get the tree. I'll handle this crowd," she said, taking charge of bossing everyone around. "I'll take Linus with me," Charlie Brown said. "The rest of you could practice your lines." "Get the biggest aluminum tree you could find. Maybe paint it pink," Lucy added. Charlie Brown felt a familiar knot in his stomach. "I don't know, Linus. I just don't know," he said, sighing as the 2 boys walked to the Christmas tree lot. Soon they were surrounded by a fantastic forest of fake trees. Some were plastic or pink, or even polka dotted. Gee, do they still make wooden Christmas trees? Linus wondered aloud. Then Charlie Brown pointed to a tiny tree, barely strong enough to hold on to its needles. He said, "This little one seems to need a home." Linus worried about what Lucy would think, but Charlie Brown bought the tiny tree anyway. "What kind of tree is that?" they shrieked when the boys got back to the theater. With the scrawny tree? You were supposed to get a good tree." "You're hopeless, Charlie Brown. Completely hopeless," Violet scolded. Aw, look at them. They're laughing at him. Even his dog. Turncoat. Everyone laughed at the skinny tree, even Snoopy. Charlie Brown's heart sank. "I guess you were right, Linus. I shouldn't have picked this little tree. I guess I really don't know what Christmas is about," he wailed. "Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?" "Sure, Charlie Brown. I can tell you what Christmas is about." And Linus stepped into the spotlight and said, "And there were shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And the angel of the Lord came upon them and said, 'Fear not, for behold, I bring you tidings of great joy. For unto you is born this day a Savior, which is Christ the Lord.' And there was with the angel a multitude of heavenly hosts, praising God and saying, 'Glory to God, peace on earth, and goodwill to men.' That is what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown." Suddenly, Charlie Brown didn't care what anyone thought of him or his tree. He finally felt happy, the way he was supposed to feel at Christmas time. Charlie Brown stepped out into the cold, silent night and looked up at the twinkling stars. "Linus is right. I won't let all this greed spoil my Christmas. I'll decorate this little tree and show everyone it really will work in our play." Charlie Brown took a bright red ball off Snoopy's prize-winning doghouse. He hung the ball on the tiny tree. The tree slowly bent over until its top touched the ground. That was all it took to spoil Charlie Brown's mood. "Arg! I killed it! Everything I touch gets ruined." Charlie Brown walked away with his shoulders as bent as the little tree's trunk. After Charlie Brown had left, the others found the tree. "It's not a bad little tree, really," Linus said. He wrapped his blanket around its base. "It just needs a little love." The rest of the gang helped, and in a flash, Snoopy's doghouse decorations had transformed the tree. The children gathered around the pretty little tree and hummed, "O Little Town of Bethlehem." They could almost see the shepherds guarding their flocks by night. When Charlie Brown returned to the group, he could hardly believe his eyes. "What's going on here?" he shouted. "How had the tree become so beautiful?" Charlie Brown's heart filled with joy when he realized what everyone had done for this tree. It was a Christmas miracle. Linus, Lucy, and the rest of the gang smiled and shouted, "Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown!" And for Charlie Brown, it truly was the merriest Christmas ever. It's 11:11. Make a wish. Woo! I'm so excited. I'm going to make a wish while I hug my squishmallow. I did it. Oh my goodness. How nice is that? That we got to make a wish together. Still 11:11. Still have a second. I wish you all could feel this hug. Because it's hug time. It is. We still have to figure out a name for our little sweet new friend. I wish we could figure it out together. That's my last wish. We will. But now it's time for a hug. You ready? So put your right hand on your left shoulder and your left hand on your right. And give yourself a squeeze for me. Hug yourself so tight. And know that everything's going to be all right. I love you. You love me. And that is all that matters. So have an amazing Sunday. Get outside if you can, or hunker down if you can't. But whatever you do, just know that it's going to be a great day. Thank you. Christine, I miss you, and Al so much. I miss you guys so much. Yep. Hugs and kisses, and all we need is love is the truth. That is so true. One love. See that? I'm going to have to listen to 3 Little Birds today. It makes me feel so much joy. All right, are you ready? I am peace. I am joy. I am love. I am content. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow, Monday, December 28th, and tomorrow is the letter Z. Now, I think that this week we wait until the first of the year to start the alphabet again. What do you think? And maybe this week what we'll talk about during each day is kindness and love and all the things that we want to bring into the next year. You have to find the silver linings in the year that seems like no one loved. Because I have to tell you, to me, I actually enjoyed this year. Even though maybe it wasn't the most ideal year, and I have people that I'll miss forever, there are so many positive things that have come from this year that you have to remember that I know people use the expression that under lots of pressure, coal turns into a diamond. But my favorite expression that I've come up with is that sometimes, if you ever notice, without that little aggravating piece of sand, that pearl could never have formed inside that oyster. And sometimes we need a little bit of disruption to create the most beautiful and unique pearl. I think I have to put that name down in the running. I think maybe Pearl should be her name because she's unique and because she definitely showed up at the right time during a year where so much aggravation, so much sadness, and so much discourse has really created so much love. Interesting. Have a magical Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Love you. Bye.